Good morning. Happy Halloween. Happy Thursday. Happy Halloween. Thank you to all of you who sent me good wishes for Winnie. She's fine. She has a little bit of a sprain, and you would have felt less sorry for her like I did yesterday when she was so cranky about taking her pill. She did not want to take her pill. She was cranky and snappy, and she kind of snapped at me a little bit when I tried to get her to take her pill. And I thought, well, you're cranky and snappy because you're in pain. If you just take a pill, you would be in pain. But we finally got it into her, and she didn't like the cheese situation. She wanted some turkey situation. So whatever it takes. She's got her pills in. She's a little bit of a sprain. She's gonna be fine. So it's kind of like doggy Advil that she's taking. But thank you for all your messages. I really appreciate it. So making the energize, making the collagen. Drink up, witches. Today it's Halloween, and I wanted to keep this short and sweet today. Today we're talking a little bit about sugar. Appropriate, yes? So you might have little ones, you might be going out trick-or-treating. I remember this, and I know I talked about this a little bit yesterday, just overall holiday season. This holiday is when I started to get the most stressed out in my life of the year. This is when it began. And it was because I didn't have the tools in place. I didn't have the nutrition knowledge. Even though I was such a research person, I was constantly reading health and fitness magazines, I was constantly looking for information. I still didn't really have the tools in place to help me with my nutrition. It was all sort of a guessing game. And, hold please. And what I didn't know about sugar is, back in the day when my girls were young, what I didn't know is how addictive it is. Like, truly. So I would maybe have gosh, I don't even know, I haven't eaten candy in so long, but let's say I had a Twix or something. So they'd come home with these bags of candy, on Halloween, and you'd have maybe a Twix or something, and then you'd have something else. You'd have something else, you'd have something else, and you'd have something else. And before you know it, you'd eaten like 17 mini candy bars. And here's why. It has nothing to do with your lack of willpower. Zero. Sugar is addictive, period. We are hardwired in our human brain to like the sweet stuff, to like sugar. Sugar is not good for us on a lot of levels, but there's something about the cavemen and the sugar, and that helped us figure out which foods, berries, whatever were okay to eat, and which were poisonous, and blah, blah, blah. And so we're hardwired to like sweeter stuff, even though sugar, especially in the form that it comes today, the processed crap, all that is so bad for us on so many levels. I don't want to make this into a science lesson. I need to go into why it's really bad. So what we get caught up in is this drama and this emotion that, well, I'm a bad person and I don't have willpower and da 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 da. No. Here's what we have to understand. Here's what I didn't used to know. Here's what I know now. Here's what I'm sharing with you. This is your tool today. Sugar is addictive. So unlike a craving for, let's say, pizza or a hamburger, like my husband loves a good hamburger. Oh, he loves pizza. He could eat pizza every night, but he loves a good hamburger. And sometimes he'll be like, I just really want a hamburger. So he eats a hamburger and his craving is fulfilled. He's cool. And maybe the next time you go out to eat, he eats a salad. His craving for the hamburger was fulfilled. It's the opposite with sugar, because we're so hardwired in our brain to want it, has nothing to do with willpower, that when we eat it, we chemically, biologically want more of it. So it had nothing to do with the fact that I was a bad person and I just couldn't put the Halloween candy down. It had to do with the fact that I ate one and my body is hardwired to want more and to want more and to want more. So instead of calming the craving, like maybe eating a hamburger might for my husband or something else, instead of calming that craving, when we eat sugar, it actually increases the craving. I mean, who knew? So we thought, we talk a lot about balance. I believe in moderation and balance in your diet. You best believe next week on my birthday, I'm going to have a piece of pumpkin pie and love every minute of it. However, I'm not going to have pumpkin pie every day, but we do have to be aware that when we eat the sugar, our bodies want more of it. That has nothing to do with our willpower, has nothing to do with us being a bad person. It has nothing to do with we're just not strong enough. It has everything to do with us being hardwired to want more. And back in the day when my girls were young and I didn't know that and I didn't have the tools in my life to get back on track, that's when my stress started. This very day. And it would just go spiral down till January. And I want you to understand that, okay, maybe you want to have a piece of candy out of your kid's Halloween bag, whatever. You have to understand the biological craving will kick in. You will want more. It will have nothing to do with whether you're a strong, a weak, a bad, a good, a whatever kind of person. Zero. It will be a biological craving for more sugar because that's what sugar does. So, how do you deal with that? You either just don't eat it at all so that the craving doesn't even kick in. You can do that. You're perfectly capable of just not eating the candy. Yeah, you are. You are. If you're a mom and you're watching this, you gave birth far harder than just not eating candy. So you can just not eat it. That can be one option that you choose. And here's the deal. I truly believe, I know I'm kind of old fashioned. We have a refrigerator out in our garage. Like I grew up in my house, my little teeny tiny house with the cornfield in my backyard. We always had an extra freezer, an extra refrigerator, So we've always had that. So we have this other refrigerator in our garage. You might too. So I think when we take stuff out of sight, that helps. So if your kids want to eat some candy tonight, and they have a little bit of candy, maybe you have a piece of candy, bag it all up and stick it in the freezer someplace like in the garage where you physically would have to go out there to get it, where it's a far more intentional decision to go get it than if it's just right in front of you. So number one, you can just not eat it. And if you struggle with that, bag it up and get it out of sight. Number two, you can eat a couple pieces being aware that it's going to make you want more, and you're going to be really intentional about stopping. You have to be in control of that because you actually are in control of your hand moving to your mouth. It's not a ghost that's making it happen. You are actually in control of your hand moving to your mouth. So you have to stop that, knowing that it has nothing to do with whether you're a bad person, good person, have willpower, that it really is the sugar craving, the biological sugar craving kicking in. So you have to either not have any of it so that the craving doesn't even kick in. And the craving kind of starts when you see it, because again, we're hardwired to want sugar, and you know that that's sugar, and you know that that's sweet, and your body and your brain knows that. So you got to get it out of sight, or you could have a couple pieces knowing that your body's going to want more, and you're going to have to say no to it. Or I suppose you can go all in and feel like crap the next day, which I think is not a fun way to start a brand new month. We have 2 months left in the year. In the decade, 60 days, 2 months, 60 days left in this decade before we start a brand new decade, 2020. Isn't that crazy? It's so cool. It's really, really cool. So why would we want to start November 1st feeling like crap? So I'm going to say, let's take option C off the table where we eat all the candy. Let's take option C off the table. Let's either eat none, and maybe you want to have a piece of candy or two. Totally fine. Then let's eat it with an awareness that we're probably going to biologically want more, and we're going to have to take care of that. Cool? I mean, that feels like the best deal, don't you? That, okay, I'm going to eat a couple pieces of candy. I am going to recognize my body's going to want more. I'm going to recognize that has nothing to do with willpower or weakness or whatever. I'm also going to recognize that will make me feel like crap, so I'm going to say no and just put it away. There you go. Plan B feels like usually we don't do plan B. Usually it's like plan A. Let's go hundy into plan A, but we are going with plan B this time. Have a couple pieces, put it away, or just not eat it at all. But if you go face first, if you face plant into that bag of candy, you're teaching your kids that that's okay to feel like crap the next day. You're teaching your kids that sugar is okay to put in your body in that amount. And you're going to feel like crap tomorrow. And I'm also going to tell you that you can't outwork out workout all that sugar. So all that sugar will also affect your workout tomorrow. So you can't be like, well, I'll just run an extra mile, because that extra mile that you're trying to run, you'll feel like crap because of the sugar. It's just science. So find a plan that works for you. Understand it has nothing to do with willpower. Understand it has nothing to do with whether you're a good or a bad person. Understand that it's biological, and then make a choice accordingly, because you are a grown person and you control the food that goes in your mouth. And when you know that and you've got tools to get back on track, then you can make decisions that work for you in this moment. So enjoy your Halloween. Have so much fun. It is a rainy, gross day here in Carmel, Indiana, and I am so sad for these little ones. I didn't even buy candy or anything. And also, I am the house that really doesn't give out candy. I give out beach bars. I give out, what have I done in the past? Not almonds. Stuff that makes my girls go, Mom, you're the weird mom. I'm like, yes, I am. I can't tell people to eat healthy all the time and then give their children candy. So don't come to my house. I don't have anything for you, and it's rainy, and I'm so sad for these little ones tonight, because I think Halloween's so much fun, and it's kind of a yucky day. But so I hope it's sunny and warm where you are, and that Halloween is super fun, and that you eat a piece or two of candy, and then you put it away, and you realize that you're better for that, and that you don't want to start a brand new month feeling like crap. So I've made the Energize. It's time to go do the thing. It is week 3, day 4 of the work. And also, I do have a few spots left in my Sleigh Bells and Sweat group. I'll be opening that up again in November, but we are filling it up, stopping, because we're all going to start on Monday, and then I'll open it up again in November. But the response has just been, I mean, these women, I am so excited and also so honored to work with them. And we're going to have such a great time. I hope that you'll consider joining us and really ending 2019 on a strong note and going into 2020 with a plan and a community that will support you and tools in your life that will help you live your best life. Have an amazing Halloween.